What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, SDS released 99 Mickey Mantle, which they claim to be the best card in Diamond Dynasty history. Now, we've had a lot of good cards over the years. It's time to take a look back at some of these cards and compare it to some of the cards from this year and see if he actually is the best card in Diamond Dynasty history and if he's the best for you, for your lineup. What does it mean to collect this guy if you're starting out from scratch? We'll have all that and more in this video, so if you're new here, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like these. And I will get this thing going. Let's go into this video. We'll start with the attributes of this card, and we'll see what exactly makes this card so good. So here he is, 99 Mickey Mantle. I was the 83rd person to get him Parallel 1 from Conquest and Events and stuff. He's got 125 across the board for hitting, 103 vision, which could have been a little higher, not going to lie, 93 fielding, 97 arm strength, 99 speed, 94 reaction. So if you get him Parallel 5, he'll have 107 vision. He will have 98 reaction, 99 arm, 99 arm accuracy, that doesn't really matter much, and then 97 fielding. So this card on paper could be the best card of all time. But he's a switch hitter, which that really helps. The 103 vision was concerning for me personally, though, because vision affects swing timing, and the higher that vision is, the better that card could be. So if he was max vision, we would be getting somewhere. I'm not saying that affects the best card of all time status just yet, but I'm going to compare them to some other cards here and see if that really lines up with what we're looking at so far. Now, if you're going to say that something is the greatest of all time, people are going to disagree with you. That is just human nature. People like to argue. So people don't like this batting stance. Some people don't like Mickey Mantle's batting stance. So if that's the case, people aren't going to enjoy this card, especially for the price tag. Now, if you don't follow Show Zone on Twitter, I highly recommend it. It's a good follow. They did some research to figure out what this card would cost if you started this game from scratch, and I'll put it up on the screen here. It's about 28 million stubs. 28 million. That would be about $18,000 in real life money, and you probably aren't spending that kind of money on any game, but especially November in baseball. So if you are just starting out, you're not going to be using this card anyway. So we're going to compare it to some cheaper options here, but in that scenario, is it really the greatest of all time if you're putting that kind of stubs into them? Some people are going to say no to that, and it's a fair point. So we'll take a look at this Brian Reynolds card here. I got my little Brian Reynolds bobblehead. You know? Now this card is pretty similar. He's got 92 speed, he's 43,000 stubs, he's got 91 fielding, he's a switch hitter, he's got 122 and 116 power, and he's a pretty balanced bat. Now we'll compare these two cards, and on paper, right here, Mickey Mantle is better in basically every category. But he's a whole lot cheaper, and a lot of people aren't going to be getting this card because people, if you don't play the game every day like me, you're gonna have a hard time getting this guy. And Brian Reynolds is from the program. You can get him for free if you get enough XP. He can fit your lineup pretty well. I've used him a bunch of times. He is really good, and that's just because I'm not just saying that because I'm a Pirates fan. He is really good, and I'm still gonna use Mickey Mantle because I have the stubs to get that card and the players to get that card. Both these guys are going to be good no matter who you want to put in there. He's basically a Mickey Mantle light if you want to look at it that way. But now if we branch out farther, we can go to players who are not switch hitters but are still outfielders. We're going to 99 Mike Trout now. He's still a million stubs in the marketplace, but you can get him in BR for free if you play enough games, finish out that program. These cards are basically the same. Mickey Mantle has a touch more contact, a touch more vision, but other than that, Trout is the same across the board in every category, basically. As you can see from this screen here, 123 contact instead of 125, 115 instead of 125, and 83 vision instead of 103. But he's got the same speed, same power, same arm strength, same arm accuracy, basically, same fielding, same speed. So you can go ahead and get this guy, not spend the collection if you don't have any collections done yet. And he's still Mike Trout, who arguably has a better swing, one of my favorite swings in the entire game, and he can play a decent center field just like Mickey Mantle can. So it's up to you really on who you want to use and what you want to go after. Because the next guy we're going to look at is also the same way in my opinion. He's a left-handed hitter, and he's one of the greatest players of all time in Ken Griffey Jr. Look at these stats now. Though he's a left-handed hitter, so the lefty contact and power are slightly lower because lefty-lefty matchup, but it's still pretty good. Maxed out versus righties, more vision at 112. The speed is close, not max, but he has max fielding. Mickey Mantle doesn't. Max reaction, Mickey Mantle doesn't have that. And then the arm strength is right there It's very similar to each other. So any one of these guys can play center field perfectly well. Ken Griffey Jr. costs 100,000 stubs. So he is much lower than Trout, much lower than Mantle by far, and they all have good swings. So you can pick your guy. If you're on a budget squad, I would probably pick Ken Griffey Jr. because he's the cheapest and he can play with the best of them. So when you look at it as a whole, is 99 Mantle really the best card of all time? As of right now, time will tell, but I might have to go with no on this one. We've seen cards in the past that have max hitting and can do everything well at the same time. I'm still partial to that 99 Griffey from 2018, the Immortal Griffey. If you know, you know. Trust me, that card was incredible. So, again, everyone's going to have their own opinion on this. It's hard to say who the best of all time is. And if you think it's something differently, I'm not saying it's a bad card at all. I'm still using this card. He is one of the greatest cards of all time. I'm just not saying he's the number one until I have more confirmation personally. But let me know who your favorite is of all time. Does he make it for you? Are you getting this card? Let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe on your way out. I appreciate you all for taking the time to watch this video today. Have a good rest of your day. Happy Veterans Day for all those out there. And I will talk to you on the next one. Peace out.